Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear friends, inshallah you're all well. Well, I have been mentioning some really powerful quotes, and I have another one today which I think it's amazing. This is something that I teach about. This is one of big segments within my program, is to do with parenting. I work with a lot of women who are parents and have a lot of difficulties with their children. So I think it's a really important topic to discuss and have out openly. There's no point in having problems like the ones that we're facing, where there are lots of problems between parents and children, and we close them behind the doors and we don't talk about them because it's shameful, or it stamps like this bad parenting sign on us or anything like that. So it's a quote by Khalil Gibran. So he says, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in a house for tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you, for life goes not backwards, nor tarry with yesterday. You are the bow from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrow may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable." Wow. I just think, wow. It's amazing. So what is he talking about? Like okay, so let's talk about our cultures and what is the notion in general, like how do we treat our kids? And how that works out. Does it work or does it backfire? Because a lot of the times I see, and I was brought up like that, and a lot of people, I know it's very, very common, that there is obedience full stop. Like I said so culture. And while it worked in the previous generations, we are living in the why culture. Like why everything needs an explanation. Everything has to have a reason for doing what we're doing, right? And so what worked previously, even though we call it work, there's a lot of trauma to be healed. There's a lot of generational hurt that we've passed on with that way of parenting. But even if we said it worked, let's say it worked because people were obedient regardless of how they felt, they kind of bulldozed over their emotions and they did what their parents said, it has a negative effect for their own children, for the future, for how they treat their partners and how life goes on. So there is a lot to talk about. What I'm trying to say is that now, and it's a good thing that our children are why children. They want to know everything. They want to know why do we do certain things? Why do we not do certain things? This is a good thing. And the reason it's a good thing is because every single generation, as he says, your children, they're the bows for the future. Like they're the souls dwell in the house of tomorrow. This is what it means. Every single generation is changing the way that things happened previously. This does not mean, by the way, that fundamentals of Islam and the obedience that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places and the importance Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places on parents and how children should obey should change. I'm just talking about how we go about validating their feelings, how we go about actually respecting them enough not to just cut them off because we're the parent, they're the child, they should just listen.